Over the past few decades, video games have transformed from simple pixelated adventures to immersive, jaw-dropping experiences. We've come a long way from pixelated plumbers and yellow circles chomping dots. Today, games have Hollywood-level storytelling, cinematic visuals, and the power to make you rage quit like a pro. But have you ever wondered, where did it all begin? To find the origin of video games, we have to go back, way back. Not to the 80s, not even to the 70s. We're talking about the 1950s. Yeah, that's right. Back when TVs were the size of refrigerators and phones were, well, still attached to the wall. So how did this whole gaming thing even start? Our story begins with a man named William Higinbotham. And no, he wasn't a game developer. Those didn't exist yet. He was a physicist. Higinbotham was part of the team that worked on the Manhattan Project. Yeah, the same one that developed the atomic bomb. In 1958, Higinbotham was working at the Brookhaven National Laboratory. They had an annual public exhibition, and let's just say, the attendees weren't exactly thrilled to see another static display of blinking lights and dials. So Higinbotham had a brilliant idea. Why not make science fun? He whipped up a little project called Tennis for Two using an oscilloscope and some analog circuits. This was no PlayStation, but hey, it was 1958. The game was simple. Two players controlled paddles to knock a dot, the ball, back and forth across the screen. It was like Pong's great-great-grandfather. And just like your grandparents, it wasn't flashy, but it had charm. The visitors loved it. For many, it was the first time they interacted with something on a screen that wasn't just a rerun of Leave It to Beaver. The line to play Tennis for Two stretched across the room, and suddenly, science was fun again.
It would bring science to them, and they could get a real feel for the capabilities of what science could do.
Higinbotham's little side project was a hit, but he didn't realize the impact it would have. He wasn't trying to create a billion-dollar industry. He just wanted to make a boring science fair more interesting. Today's gamers might take one look and say, where's the 4K graphics, the battle pass, the loot boxes? But back in the day, this was revolutionary. Tennis for Two was packed away after the exhibition, and the world moved on. It wasn't until the late 1960s and 70s that other pioneers, like Ralph Baer and Nolan Bushnell, picked up the baton, leading to the first home consoles and arcade games. But make no mistake, the spark that Higinbotham ignited would eventually explode into a global phenomenon. What started as a simple experiment to make science fun evolved into an industry that entertains billions of people worldwide. From Tennis for Two to The Legend of Zelda to Fortnite, the journey of video games is a testament to human creativity, curiosity, and a whole lot of button mashing. So next time you fire up your favorite game, take a moment to appreciate the journey. Remember that it all started with a curious physicist, an oscilloscope, and a desire to make learning just a bit more fun. After all, it's not just about the games. It's about the stories they tell, the memories they create, and the worlds we build together. And to think, it all began with a little game of tennis. So, who's up for a match? Just, no rage quitting this time, okay?